what did you think? Because what did you think when you first heard that beat? Because when I heard that beat come on, my face twisted up. And number two, you said a line. Now, who's the Black Trump? And would you erase that line if you could now? Did you ever think that we'd wind up not liking Trump?
I wasn't talking about that Trump. I was talking about like a game of cards. Like, you
Oh,
know,
okay.
you got a Trump hand, you know, you got a Trump hand or whatever. But even now and then I find myself when I be saying that rhyme, it make me think of that nigga. So it's like I start saying other shit, you know, but it never was a rhyme based on that Trump. It was based on, you know, like playing a
The
game
Trump
of
card.
cards. Yeah, like, yo, this is the Trump hand or whatever. You throw that card out or whatever. Yo, I got the hand. So that's what I meant. Guess it's the black hand, you know, but yeah, a lot of people might have thought it was Trump.
Okay, but it wasn't. Rainy Days. What was the story behind the creation of Rainy Days? And who was the singer?
Rainy Days, the chick that was singing on there was this chick named Blue Raspberry. I mean, you know, when you think about NWA, they had Michelle A,
Mm-hmm.
that girl that could sing her ass off. You know, me and Ghost always felt like we needed a female singer down with the woo that had a voice. And we met her one night in Atlantic City. We was out there, we had a show. She came, she pulled up on us or whatever. She was like, yo, I could sing, making a scene and all that. So we like, yeah, you can sing, shorty. Let us hear you. All right, fuck it. Sing. You know what I mean? Now we want, because, you know, she want to sing. So next thing you know, she started singing. You know how niggas close one eye and be like looking at each other like,
Right.
oh, this bitch could sing. You know what I mean? So next thing you know, we invited her to the studio to really see if she could do it again. So she started blowing, and RZA liked her. We loved her, but RZA liked her. But RZA didn't know what he wanted to put her on. So at that time, me and Ghost always was looking at it like she'll get better. We don't know what we're gonna put her on yet, but keep her around. And that record was the record that we felt we wanted her to get on, and her and RZA started to make a little ballad, make a little melody or whatever. It's raining, and that comes from something. I don't know where it come from, but she didn't actually make that up. That was something that she emulated, and she sounded so good at it. We kept it, and that's just what it was. It was like, yo, you killed it. You made the cut. Thank you. You know what I mean? You definitely down with us. And the record was inspired by, you know, niggas going through tough times in the hood. And you know how it is. Your lady might be like, yo, man, why you doing this shit? They don't understand all the shit that niggas go through. And you know how it is. Yo, chill. Let me do what I got to do. Blah, 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 blah. So the record Rainy Days was just dedicated to real niggas that go through shit with their old lady.
Right, right. You know
My
what?
man is going crazy. My man he acting stupid. I can't control what this nigga thinking or what he want to do.
Right.
And that's what it was. You know what I mean? But it was definitely a hard record. One of my favorites on the Purple. She killed it too. The girl killed it. Blue Raz. Shout out Blue
She
Raz.
definitely, she definitely did a thing, and then you had the remix, which was one of my favorite records ever.
Right.
You know, every time I think about that record, I think about Hampton University. My brother went to school with DJ Envy, and Envy used to be a mixtape DJ at that time.
Right.
And
Right.
every time, right before it come on, he said, DJ Envy, and that record is still one of my favorite records. Guillotine, the back and forth on Guillotine was immaculate with you guys. Like, it
One
was
of my
perfection.
favorites.
Did you guys write it together? What was that about?
Well, if you go back to listening to Method Man's album to Cal, he used that beat as a skit. RZA used it as a skit. It was almost like it was a little bit of it. And ever since I was listening to Meth album, I always told RZA, yo, that skit, I want you to make a beat out of that skit. Because I felt like it was some real Wu-Tang shit. I felt like it was something that people should have heard the beat more than just hear that little piece of it. So he was like, word, you want that? I was like, yeah, I want that. You know what I mean? At that time, I had a lot of control over what I wanted on this record, and I was picking beats. I was already hunting for beats that been around that we had that I was tucking. I was tucking a lot of shit. So while this man had his grab bag, I had my little shopping bag. Ghost had his little shopping bag. So that beat was one of the beats that I picked because I heard it off of Meth's album as a skit. So when it came down to getting on it, it was like I went right to my nigga. I went right to Scottie Pippen. Deck, I want you to go first. Melt it. You know what I mean? And Ghost, he was already in his bag. Ghost was fucking on fire with his rhymes back then. Like I told you, he's my favorite rapper. And he went in and touched it. Then after that, it was like everybody just touched. You know what I mean? It was like touch, touch, touch. You know, Jizza got on it, sealed it off. You know, I threw my little shit on there, and it was a record. RZA put a little shit on it, school, Wu-Tang School. You know, forgive me and all that.
I'm trying to go through these real quick because I don't want to keep you here forever, but because I got so many questions. Listen, people, the whole album, we could go through this whole album. There are no filler cuts on this album. This album's fire. Can it be also simple remix? The intro, how did that happen? Because that's another good one. And the second question I want to ask, in the skit, the dude y'all approached sounded like Prodigy to me. Was that Prodigy on that skit?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah, that was some homies from the label that we needed a voice to play over these skits or whatever. You know, the skit was just a real life skit. Shit like that be happening in the hood. Niggas approach niggas and it go the other way. You think you too tough, or a nigga might have you in the bag. You thinking you have another nigga in the bag, and you wind up being in the bag. So that's what that skit was about. It's like, yo, don't underestimate, you know, the other side. Right. And you know, Ghost started to give y'all real life facts about what he wrote about, because whatever he was writing, he was dwelling back on what he been through, because Ghost got shot in the neck before. So he kind of went back to where he got shot. Check what happened out of state. I'm knocking off a half a cake. All that shit is real shit. Cash roof flying. I smoked the black dust, kept my hands clutched. Back then in the hood, if you had a handful of rings, because that's how the Jamaican niggas was living in the hood, you know, nigga have a ring on every finger on the thumb. And we used to, you know, I want to eat that nigga, but that nigga might kill you. You try to get at him. So, you know, he was just putting certain things in there that we could relate to from being in Staten Island, and, you know, plus his true life event that happened in his shit. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's another record that was dope. And that was the kickback remix off of Can It Be Also Simple. So back then, remixes was big. So we knew that, yo, fuck it. We did Can It Be So Simple on Into the 36. Fuck it, let's remix it and remix it on the Purple joint, Cuban Linx.
And then he just said, wait, continue carry your fo, nigga. And then he said, dedicated hook. Who came up with the dedicated hook? Dedicated to the gods and the earth. Dedicated to baby's 8 feet first.
Oh, we both was bouncing off each other. You know what I mean? When me and Ghost write sometimes, you know, I might write something and then he get inspired by the next couple of bars. Like, we wanted everybody to know that we was making this album collectively. It wasn't just one man's thought. You know what I mean? Even though it was my album and I had a full vision, I always felt like I was sharing my sandwich with my brother. So when it came down to certain rhymes, it was like, yo, we gonna flip it back and forth. Dedicated to babies who came feet first. Dedicated to up north, downstate. Yo, you say what up? Dedicated to rich niggas who sell weight. Dedicated to projects, black kids. Dedicated to, you know what I mean? Like, we was just playing tag, you know, just seesawing.
It's perfection. Verbal intercourse with Nas.
Ding, 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 ding.
I mean, were y'all in the same session? Fatman Scoop.